from the Eagles.
Yep.
Yay.
And we are live, Jeremy.
We are live.
Doing our
Drinking
video.
energy drinks.
Doing our video for the first time tonight.
First time.
Listening to the Eagles.
Eagles. Take it easy, people. Take it easy.
That's it. That's the life philosophy right there.
It's just one of those, like, good, chill, you know?
Yeah, I think it's more of a... I think I can just remember my dad playing it whenever we were younger.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of the... I don't know. He loved the Eagles and the album. The album cover, there was like this guy on a motorcycle, and he was like jumping fire, and it scared me. And so my dad threw it away because it was scared.
See, my brother was more, because my brother was around more than my dad was.
Yeah.
And so my brother's 11 years older than me, so he's my musical influence.
Oh, okay.
Completely. Like, I mean, like we had like 8 tracks and stuff like that, you know, around the house. And I don't know if I tell the story. Have I ever told my Thriller story?
No, let's say it.
It goes with Halloween too. Well, first off, this is What Was I Saying podcast.
Oh, yeah, we might want to say welcome, everybody, before Jeremy gets into his story.
I'm Jeremy.
And I am Matt.
This is What Was I Saying? Episode 8.
Episode
I'm just jumping
8.
right on into this.
Yeah.
Since it is October, I'll tell you one of my scary things that happened to me as a kid. So I love, with my dad, I used to love the song Puff the Magic Dragon by Mary, was it Peter, Paul, and Mary?
Oh, is that the one about smoking weed?
As a kid, I didn't know that.
Okay,
but, you know, I just remember going to his house and I would say, I want to listen to Puff Puff. That's all I listen to, Puff Puff.
Yeah.
And so he would get so tired of it, I'd listen to it on repeat, the record player.
I could see people getting...
Ugh, he was getting... And again, as a kid, I didn't know it was about drugs.
Yeah.
But my brother, when my mom would let me, because my brother was 11 years older than me, so she went out with her friends or whatever. So she would leave me with him. He would torture me. And he would go to the front of the house, put the Thriller song on, turn out all the lights, and he would run to the back of the house. So I'd be left in the living room hearing like the, you know, it's close to midnight.
Yeah, but did he play just the song, or did he do like the music video part?
No,
with it?
just the whole, I mean, with the whole, on the album is the guy, Vincent Price, talking and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, terrified. Like, as a kid, like, my whole life, that video scared me. But you know what cured me of that?
What's that?
Because before I talked about me doing, I was a drama leader at our church.
Uh-huh.
So we were doing a Halloween thing at the church, and they asked me, we just had to do a choreograph of Thriller. Mm-hmm. So I had to teach choreography for it.
Oh, man.
So I literally had to
awesome.
lock myself in a room and watch Thriller over and over again.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, I'm doing this for you.
Yeah.
Please help me. And so that's what got me over. Now it's one of it's still one of the greatest videos of all time.
I think it's the most watched music video.
I know
maybe
it's
not now because of
it's
YouTube.
one of the longest. It's not the most expensive. There is a Michael Jackson, that song "Scream" with him and his sister. Have you ever seen that? With like they're like at a special. That's the most expensive music video. But Thriller is like a close second. But it was just so creative. I mean, his dance moves with the zombies. And just to have Vincent Price, they consider that a rap. Him talking, but man, it was just legendary.
Because they start off in the theater, right? And it's like they're watching a movie, and then bam, they're in the theater, and then they leave, and then he turns into the thing.
Well, they start off in the theater watching him in a movie, which is weird because I guess they don't realize it's him or something. Because it's him, and then he turns into a werewolf. So that scared me as a kid, you know, because that was, you see the nails coming out.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
dude,
as a kid, I mean, terrified.
Dude, no doubt.
It had to have been like 84. And so I was only like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And so then they leave there, and then that's when they start dancing, go back to the house, and that's when the zombies freak out. So she runs, and then the part that would get me every time that made me piss my pants at the end was when he turns around the camera and he has the yellow eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, he's like the werewolf in the end. Dead.
That got you?
Dead.
Let me ask you this. What's your top 5, or I won't say favorite horror movies,
Oh, okay.
but what's the movie that scared you the most? Kid, anything, doesn't matter.
Probably The Strangers is one of them.
Okay.
I think I talked about that on here before. There's one hallway scene.
And the guy's coming in, but it's his friend.
Oh,
and
no,
they end up shooting his
she's on
best
the
friend.
phone on the kitchen trying to get help, and off in the distance, like you see her here, and like all you see is it's black, and you see the white mask just come forward just a little bit. He's just staring at her. Done. Like I literally, like, just thinking about it, I had to turn off all of my lights on the house, turn them on. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. because it's based on a true story and it was done in the 70s.
Yeah.
The 70s stuff is just creepy.
Well, it is. It's more creative.
Yeah. And probably The Exorcist because, I mean, it's The Exorcist. I mean, I remember as a kid, like we all, some friends and I, we were all going to watch that after church one day. And we all start watching it like in our own, like one on the couch and other chairs. By the end of the movie, we were literally, it's 3 guys. We were literally in the ball, like on the floor, like, okay, we're going to make it through. My mom walked in, she was laughing so hard because I love to be scared, but I hate it at the same time.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Like, I just got back from Universal. And have you ever seen the Ellen videos where she scares her producers?
Yeah.
That's me. Like, there's literally one where he wet his pants on one of them. Like, that could be me. Because, like, I mean, my friend had bruises on his arm. I bit his back at one point because I went to go scream, and when I screamed, I put my face in his back, and I bit like his back, and so. Yeah.
Dude, that's funny.
But
I'm gonna scare you.
But
I've got some YouTube stuff coming for you.
Oh my god!
Just thinking.
Remember that game that they did with the maze? If you hit the side of it, like a face would jump out at you. I did that at work. So I used to work at this place called the Scooter Store, and we had one of those places in Walmart. You know how Walmart has those little stores in the front, like inside, like the banks or whatever. Well, we were actually in a Walmart, so we had all the Walmart people out there. They could see you. We're doing it, and either my boss or a coworker was getting me to do it, and I hit that wall. That thing popped out. I screamed, and everyone at Walmart just looked at me like murderous.
Yeah.
Like, ah! I mean, my friends, they love to just make videos of me just come out of the bathroom and they're like, boo, and I scream. That's just, I get tortured. My mom does it to me so much.
I would have so much fun with you because that's all I do is scare people.
I'm telling you.
I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world.
A million YouTube followers, boom. Just because of me, like, pissing myself. Like,
I think I'm just going to do
I'm telling you.
A whole highlight film of me scaring you.
It is. My mom will say that come out because my mom, as much as I love the house I grew up in, it's creepy as hell. I love the house, but something about it just creeps me out. And so I'll come out of the bathroom and my mom's just standing there like this, and she's like, and she'll say, "What? I'm just standing here." I'm like, "Mom, you know what you're doing."
Yeah, she
and I
does.
get so mad at her.
Yeah,
because my mom watches those paranormal crap and all that, like ghost hunters. I'm like, Mom, number one, I'm like, how do you do it living by yourself? How do you do it?
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it.
See, I don't believe in a lot of those. I just, dude, but the, you want me to tell you the movie that got me?
What?
When I was younger, I was scared of Labyrinth with David Bowie.
Really?
Dude, my sister loves it.
How? It's one of the greatest movies ever.
It's like when she goes to the other world and all the troll people and the little thing that was riding the dog. And he's like,
a kid.
Dude, I was done. But the number one movie that screwed me up when I was a kid, dude, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't watch it, was Chucky.
Yeah.
Chucky screwed me up. As I got older, being scared, The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Hell, Blair Witch scared me.
Yeah.
Sinister and all that stuff. It's kind of like, it's a scary movie, but I wasn't scared.
Yeah. 80s and 70s horror was just different.
Yeah, but it was totally different.
The only modern horror one that has really got me was
Paranormal?
No, Paranormal.
Yeah.
That one stayed with like weeks. Like,
You talking about the first one?
yes.
Yeah.
Actually, all of them sort of. Like, all of them, you know.
Because they had that Blair Witch feel to it. Yeah.
They have that, but to me, like, because I went to a church where we had like people getting demons cast out of them and stuff like that.
Right.
So
yeah.
I've actually witnessed someone getting like throwing up the green stuff and stuff like that. Like, I've seen that, and it freaks you out. Like, you're just like, ah. So, yeah.
The I don't know, man. I'm a huge fan of horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
But if I watch them before I go to bed, I'm dreaming about it. It screws my whole night up.
If my roommate's not home, I want to watch them. The other day it happened to me. I was watching Watch Mojo. I love Watch Mojo.
Oh, dude, you love it now. Yeah.
And they were doing the top 10 something horror things, and I'm like just watching it. Like, I come out my room and like I literally run to the door, and both their cars are gone. And I was like, oh my god, all the houses, like all the lights. I don't care what the power bill is. Like I can't.
But dude, you got to think, you can't see out when all the lights are on.
I don't care.
But everybody can see you.
I don't care. Like even if, like
so you
Jeepers
think somebody's
Creepers
actually
got me too.
Dude, Jeepers Creepers got me too.
You know why?
Because I was younger.
That, but it was in the daytime.
You me tell you what didn't get me?
What?
Is the fact when they finally showed them.
Yeah.
when they find, because dude, whenever they kind of show him and he's driving a truck and then he's like, and he's like a guy and you're like, what the hell is it? But then finally, whenever it showed him and he flew away, I was like, man, what the hell?
You know what got me though is like there was one scene where they drove past him, and so all he did was just did this, and he was in his
thing, yeah.
So you didn't know what he looked like.
No, and he was smelling their clothes.
But it was in the daytime, and all he did was just do that stare thing and like this. And I was like, I'm done.
And they showed him dumping the bodies down the thing. And then you're like, is that a guy? What
Jason and Freddy Krueger.
Those never got me.
Have I ever told about the Freddy Krueger story about my mom scaring me? I don't think I've told that.
Oh, go ahead.
So me love paranormal stuff. I bought this book called How to Find a Ghost.
Yeah.
So it was me, my friend Lee Clark, and Clark's sister. I forgot her name. And so we were like, we're going to do a ghost hunters. So we went to different people's houses. I was reading the book on trying to find ghosts. Clark's house had one of those creepy, those old pictures. It looks like the eyes are following you.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's not supposed to, but it just,
right. They do the white dot on the head, so
it just so that's what. So it wasn't a Halloween decoration. It literally just looked like So that creeped me out anyway. Mm-hmm. So my mom calls me. She's like, "Let's do a seance." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Yeah. We're ghost hunters. We can do this. Yeah. We're like 9 years old, whatever." So we all go in my room. We put a candle in the floor. And we're all getting there, and then, we're trying to giggle, get our nervous giggles out. And then we're like, so who do you want to contact? And somebody's like, my grandfather, my this, my that, And then somebody's like, my mom's like, well, let's just do someone famous. She's like, Abraham Lincoln, So we waited, and we tried to do the holding hands and hum, whatever. It didn't work. So then we all start talking, whatever. And then I don't forget what happened, but all I heard was Freddy Krueger from underneath the bed. We left that room, so we were stuck. The three boys were stuck in the doorway because we couldn't get out. The little girl climbed over all of us, and we just scattered through the whole neighborhood. I left my own house.
Really?
What it was, my mom and my stepdad put the base of the phone underneath the bed. Because remember back then you could speak into the speaker?
Yeah.
So my stepdad had the phone in the living room.
Oh, nice.
Because they knew I was terrified of Freddy Krueger. Because Freddy Krueger would get you when you were sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
That's why
everybody was so tired.
Cheesy as could be, but I'm like, I'm screwed because I can't get away, Mm-hmm. Jason's going to get me if I'm alive. Freddy's going to get me,
Yeah.
So that was scary, scary, scary.
Man. Dude, that is the only scary thing that I have as far as I have plenty of stories with it. Mm-hmm. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, people...
We're checking our camera.
We are checking the camera to make sure. Yep. See that? It stopped it. So if there's a delay in the video...
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Is that back? Man, see? We're still figuring it out, guys. So now I'm looking at the camera like, what are you going to do?
It took us 8 episodes to figure out podcasting. 7 episodes to do podcasting.
I'm still figuring this out.
And now we're trying to do video podcasting. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so... I love Halloween in general. It's just something about October 1st because you got Halloween, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas.
Yeah,
just these whole months. Plus, it gets cooler weather. I feel like I feel better. Something, it's just something about it. I like.
Dude, I love it, man.
I
the
love
weather change and everything.
Though I'm still waiting for our weather change. We're in Florida, and it's 90 degrees.
Well, we don't get that around here.
I hate that we don't have 4 seasons.
No, we don't. We have one. Hot
or not so hot.
It's like it's a little warm today.
That's my only. Literally, I'm always dreaming of a white Christmas. Like I've never,
Yeah, I've never had. We've had one before, and it was 1992.
Were you at North Alabama then? Of course.
Well, I was. Yeah,
because you were a kid. Yeah. Because my grandmother's from Jackson, Alabama, so they actually would get more frost and a little bit of snow every now and then. But here we just, I think one year in December it did. But see, when we get snow here, it's more slush.
Oh, yes.
It's like going to Sonic, just tossing it on somebody.
It's like, you want this? Psh.
Yeah.
Like our snowmans are brown and stuff.
The whole city shuts down because people here don't know how to drive in. So when Mobile, I remember years ago, it had been 15, 20 years ago, Mobile got it and the whole city shut because the mall closes because they want everybody off the roads because nobody knows how to drive. We're just not used to it. We don't have the tires. We don't have all that.
Yep.
I've only had experienced real snow one time. We went to Dollywood. My friend got me tickets to see Dolly, go to Dollywood for my birthday, and it was like the hurting snow. Like it was so cold. Like they had these heating things that you you crush and then it warms in your hand or whatever. I literally put my sunglasses on and put it over my nose because I couldn't feel my nose. It was that cold.
Yeah.
And even they shut down all the roller coasters. The whole park was shut down except for like the roller coasters because it had to be over 32 degrees for so long for them, and it never was. That's how cold it was. And I'm just not used to that. My friends are from there, so they're just like, and I'm going, and I always brag that I want snow and I want cold weather, and I was hurting. Like, I was like, how do people live like this?
Dude, I hate being cold.
See,
But I can't sleep when it's hot. Like, I cannot sleep when it's hot. I like it to be cold, but dude, I hate the cold.
I have this mentality though, but you could take off so much, but you could always put on more.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I see. Even in the winter, I sleep with 3 fans on me. I'm just a hot natured person.
Yeah.
I can't stand to be, I'm a sheet person. Like, I like sheets over blankets. I'm not a blanket person.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it's thinner.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Oh, do you sleep with the leg out?
I just started doing it more and more. I love it. Except I won't hang my leg off the bed for nothing.
That'll get you killed.
For nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I love my dog. When it gets colder, I like for him to sleep with me. Now he's got his own dog bed underneath my bed. He's getting older, so he doesn't really like sleeping in the bed with me as much.
Yeah.
But in the winter, I make him sleep with me because he's like a little heater, so I do like that.
Yeah.
But this time of weather, I'm like, no. I mean, he's just like a little, avid wiener dog. So
yeah,
I like my wiener in my bed with me.
Yeah, the wiener dog.
Somebody got a sign that said, I always trip over my wiener, and it was like, the little Dotson on it. So,
little thing, yeah. If you're, we actually, guys, we did a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
And we ended up screwing the whole thing up with the computer.
Technical difficulties.
And it ended up actually being okay.
It was good. So you'll see it later on. So later on, you're going to see us wearing these same clothes, but we're going to put it off with bonus footage.
We started off that other one strong.
It was good.
And it's a good podcast, and we're going to, what do you think?
Probably 20 in.
Yeah, I tell you what, 20 in, you're actually going to see the bloopers of this.
And one day, in the very distant future, you'll see our very first rough drafts of podcasts when we first started.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
They were so bad.
Yeah.
They were bad. It was cringe. We want y'all to at least like us somewhat now, and then you can laugh at us later if we feel like it might scare you away now. So, but yeah, it's good. But we are still uploading this to SoundCloud.
Yep, still doing that.
Like me, like if I'm at work or whatever, and if you don't have YouTube Red, SoundCloud doesn't lock up on you. So, but a lot of people said they like the more visual. You get to see what we look like. Hey.
Yeah.
It's us.
That's it.
Jeremy,
but we got the split screen. We're trying this thing out.
Yeah.
We have this one camera here that's facing on Jeremy, and it just keeps timing out. And I know how bored you are with it, so we will get back to it. But,
good.
Yeah.
What's your, as a kid, favorite Halloween costume?
Power Rangers.
Which color?
Red.
Red. I was about to say red.
I was the red Power Ranger, and then when the white came onto the scene...
Oh.
He was the man because he whipped Jason's butt.
That's true.
And I think the red guy's name was Jason.
Jason was red. He's a nice guy. He's hot as hell too. I've seen him at Pensacon. But the guy who played white was also the green.
Correct.
So green was my favorite.
Do you know how he transferred from green to white?
I think it's in the movie.
Dude, a long time ago, I can remember the transition because I loved the Green Ranger. And then all of a sudden he was white.
He's so cool. I got to meet him last year, and he has got the biggest following. I'm talking about like he is like the whole time he's walking up, he's got his he's vlogging, and he's like, "Hey everybody, I'm at Pensacola, Florida." I mean, he is like he's the one that this guy tried to kill a few months ago.
What?
Yeah, they went to this one of the cons. I forgot what city it was in. It was sort of like a medium sized con, not like a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy tried to get in weapons, and he was trying to do something to him.
But why?
You don't know, but yeah. So and it sucks because it scares everybody because nobody wants like if you go to Pensacon, they check your weapons and they put like a one of those ties around your weapon just to make sure it doesn't because cosplay is such a big deal. I mean, it's $1 million business now too, and so we're hoping that doesn't damper nothing. But it's scary.
Dude, everybody messes it up.
It's scary.
Or one person messes it up for everybody.
But they're still doing it because New York Comic Con's going on right now, and I've been looking at all the cosplay stuff, and it's really cool. So
yeah,
but yeah. Growing up, vampires. I was a Dracula vampire every year except for 1 year. My mom made me be a clown.
You had the foldable teeth. That you put
Everything.
in?
Yes.
Yep.
I have a
And
T-shirt.
the blood?
I have a T-shirt that's the foldable teeth. And
shit.
every year, because I had it down. I'm like, Mom, let me be Dracula every year. We get the same cape, same makeup, boom. 1 year, she's like, every year you're Dracula, you're going to be something different this year. So she made me be a clown. I was the most pissed off clown you've ever seen in your life. I look like it or something. Because I'd go to the house and be like, trick or treat. And they're like, why are you so sad?
I'm a sad clown.
Because I'm a sad clown because I want to be Dracula. You know, I should have slipped my teeth in and been like, I'm a vampire clown.
Yeah. Be like,
I'm starting a new trend.
Here's this and this, and you do the thing, then you're a vampire. I like it.
I feel like, remember years ago the Twilight fad went on? Now I feel like it's the clown fad. So
it is, dude. My birthday. My sister and them threw me a surprise party with clowns. It was a whole clown thing.
Are you afraid of clowns? I'm not.
I have nothing.
They don't.
No, I'm afraid of dolls.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember we talked about that. Before.
But I feel like I'd punch a clown in his face.
Yeah, I don't.
Like as a person in a clown costume, like bam.
If you're like it, you come at me with like teeth of like 3 rows.
I'm still gonna punch you.
See that would scare me. But a normal clown, I'm like, you know. But
I could see how it scared everybody back in the day.
Yeah.
Did you watch the new It movie?
Loved it.
I did too.
It was good.
I liked it.
It was good. It was funny.
Yeah.
People were telling me, people were trying to be like, it's not scary, it's just creepy.
I think it was just a good movie.
Yeah, it was.
But only because it was a good remake of a movie. And you would tell you what pissed me off about the first one? They didn't show the clown enough. This time, they came through.
It's true. Well, the first one was a made-for-TV one, though, too. So they had to keep it more...
Yeah.
Which I was shocked they even did, like, the whole... spoiler alert, but which if you've seen anything of it, they do the blood in the bathroom. It wasn't as much as is in the new one, but they still did the blood in the bathroom in the original. I was just shocked because it was TV, you know, in the 90s. So
the whole thing in the first one was red.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was boom.
Yep. But but the original was, I didn't realize it was a made-for-TV movie. That's one reason why it was so long. Because, see, this was split up, the new one's going to be split up into two pieces.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that, though.
Yeah. Because I couldn't imagine to...
I went and rewatched it before I went and watched the first one, and I forgot how long it was. Because you're like, all right, I'm going to watch this hour and a half, hour 45 tops. Do like 3:15. I'm like, oh my God, I got to go to bed.
We're watching it, and we're like, put another disc in. We're like, put another disc in, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was good. I mean, don't give it, Tim Curry's, I love him.
Yeah.
The guy who played the clown. He was in Rocky Horror. Like, you know. Which I love. Rocky. Have you ever seen Rocky Horror?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Have you ever done the whole like participating where you throw stuff at the? I haven't done that. Have you ever seen it live on stage?
No.
This year they do it every other year here, so this is the year they're not doing it. You've got to go. When you go, they put a V on your head, like for a virgin. They write a big V on your head, and the whole time, like the audience, there's certain things that they say, and the audience yells back at them, like I don't know at all.
Yeah.
And then there's sometimes where you throw breadcrumbs at them. They give you a water gun, so you got to squirt at certain times. Like it's like a whole like, even the movie theater. I think AMC showing it right now. I think every Monday and Tuesday for like $5. I think they give you a bag of stuff because you're supposed to throw stuff. Did you ever go to the silver screen we had?
No.
Did you ever hear about it?
Wait, where? Here?
Yeah.
No, man, I ain't been here like too long.
Okay.
What was silver screen?
The silver screen was a theater where you they actually had food and everything. They showed like cheaper, like once the movies went to the big theater, they went to there.
Oh, okay.
And so you would go there. They had like round tables and roll around chairs.
Oh, shit.
And you got to watch the movie. And they gave you like a buzzer, so you'd go get your food. They had like pizza and burgers and stuff like that.
That's cool.
And it was so you got a full meal and a movie for $10. Yeah. And what was cool was during Halloween they would show classic because that's where I actually saw Carrie for the first time, and that's where I saw what was it, The Shining for the first time.
Oh yeah.
But what they would do is once a month, and it would draw like 30 or 40 people each every month. They would do Rocky Horror. So you'd pay the $5 to see it, and they'd give you a bag of like everything you need to go with your movie.
Yeah.
It's really neat. I mean, it's got such a huge cult following.
I'm surprised it stopped.
And, it's still there. Well, Silver Screen shut down because they had Hollywood made all the theaters switch to digital, and the projectors was just too outrageous. I think the projectors were like $100,000.
Well, I mean, a person has to be up there. You know, now nobody has to. Yeah.
Because even we went to we go to the movies all the time, and my best friend used to work there, and so one time sometimes it gets off. Like the key is if you ever go into a theater and it's still dark in there, that means the scheduling's off. So what happens was until someone goes tell someone that the thing's off, there's no one else in the thing anymore.
Oh yeah,
it's all automatic now.
That makes sense.
It's crazy. And so one time, we went and saw the new Alien. It was like 25 minutes, and no one would go leave because everybody's like, oh, it's gonna start. So finally, somebody goes, and then we talked to my friend. He said that's what happens. So
dang, I mean that makes sense though. I like it.
Yep.
Well, guys, we're actually going to be cutting this one short.
Yes.
Because of the bloopers that we have coming up.
Yes.
I call them bloopers.
Bloopers.
But
I call them technical difficulty. It's still good.
Yeah, what are you going to do? But,
hey guys, we got some more stuff coming up this week, some actual regular YouTube videos, and it's Halloween, so let's have a good month.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I tell you what.
Friday 13th is coming up this week.
Oh, boom. Goodness. So you can do Tuesday?
Yes.
What else?
I don't know. We'll talk.
You got it. I don't want to put you on the spot, right?
I don't know.
I'm like, hey, dude, what can you... All right,
what are you doing? Hey, you guys, subscribe, like, follow us on SoundCloud, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and I apologize if this one was a little short, a little weird, but
we're learning.
We're still kind of playing with the, visual side of it, the audio side of it. But thanks for listening, guys.
Look what you get to see.
That's it. Ta-da. You get to see this guy right here.
Ting.
I'm thinking about just doing him.
No,
on it. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Please don't. You guys have a great week ahead.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for listening. And you got anything else, man?
No, we're good.
See y'all in the next one.
Fling, fling.
I gotta know if you're sweet love.
I love that song.
That's a good song. That's it.
Very good.
See you on the next one, guys.